John, we gotta end it there. Our guy Will Dissly from the Seattle Seahawks, and more importantly, a University of Washington alum, is sitting right in front of us. So we got to change direction here, but we love you.
No worries.
We're going to talk next week, and we'll give you proper kudos if Michigan wins, and then you can just lather us with compliments if
there you go. I know Will is from the great city of Bozeman, Montana. I've been there before. What a gorgeous place. So, Will, all the best to you, the Seahawks, and the Dogs as well. All the best.
Let's go.
Thanks, John.
Thanks,
there you
guys.
go. John Morosi with us.
He's amazing.
He's the best. How does he know that about Will Dissly?
How does he know this about you?
That's our baseball guy. That's our hockey guy.
He's analytics, and he knows everything.
He's just dialed in.
He was talking about Blake Snell coming to this Mariners?
He was just talking about Blake Snell in general, talking he's still out there and possibilities.
Man, they played that hockey game in the Mariners field, and I was a little excited for baseball season. I'm not going to lie.
You were out there. That's Will Dissly, that voice right there, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering. We appreciate you hanging out, coming on in and having a conversation with us. You were at the Winter Classic, weren't you?
I didn't end up going.
Oh, you didn't? I thought somebody told me they saw you there. Maybe not.
Look alike. There's a lot of guys running around.
You're a very familiar face.
Beards and Carhartts. We all look the same, I guess.
Yeah, so your buddy Blake Snell, I remember him down on the field in like 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Back then. And then he raised the 12th man flag the other day.
He was at the Apple Cup, too.
Yeah.
He's like a low-key pseudo UW alum, so
yeah.
we rock with our guy.
I forget. Has he signed somewhere?
No, not yet.
He's a free agent. That's why I was wondering.
Can you get him in here, Will?
I mean, I think he would love to be
he's made that clear.
Mariner.
He'd love to be the Mariner.
Come on home.
It's whether the Mariners have the money to pay him.
Two-time,
Last story I saw today was Yankees. We'll see if it happens. But, Will, let's talk about the biggest story in town, not your final regular season game, the Huskies in Michigan.
Dogs, baby.
How are you feeling about that? Seeing this team pull off an undefeated season and playing for the national title. Is that realistically what were you expecting coming into this season for the Huskies?
I mean, I think that was the expectation, was to be right here in this game, this moment. It was funny. Everyone was like, do they got a shot against Texas? And I said, well, they're playing, so they got a chance. And, here we have one more opportunity. So I just keep telling people, hey, they got a chance.
Yeah, you're right. They do.
Those guys, man, it's been really fun to see them. As soon as DeBoer got on campus, it felt like the notch got cranked up. And there was a clear, goal in mind. And those guys have operated and executed with that goal in mind. So here we go. We got one more opportunity when they got a chance. Let's go.
You tell us about what you see in Penix. And, it kind of reminds me of Gino a little bit in the fact that he can throw off schedule, like he flat-footed. The one that he zipped between the two safeties
against pretty,
Texas. And he didn't really, even lean into that. He just kind of – it was like arm strength.
Little A-Rod flick.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I mean, he's a stud, man. I mean, they told me there was a stat, 53% over 30-yard throws is what the announcer said during the Texas game. And he puts it where it needs to be, man. And he's got the skill guys to go up there and get it and make big-time catches for him. You got tight ends that can catch too. So, I think he feels really comfortable back there. They got a good O-lineman, and if he does need to move off the spot, he's got the confidence that he can move off the spot and that the receiver's going to make a little nice, tough, competitive catch. So he's got all the tools, man. He makes those out route throws. Those are NFL throws. And obviously the one where he's threading the needle on that big post was pretty to watch. He's a fun guy to watch, man.
I heard there's been 8 million people talking about this game, but they were talking about him at the next level, and they're going, well, some receivers don't like catching a ball from a left-hander. The ball spins a different way, comes out a different way, and I'm like, is that really true? I don't know if do you buy that? Is that a thing? Catching a ball from a lefty versus a righty? It
is certainly different. The ball spins the other way. But I think he's got enough RPMs on that sucker where if it hits your hands, it's going to almost catch itself. So
it's going to stick to you.
Yeah, I mean, he puts it where it needs to be. He leads his targets. He throws good deep balls. So, I mean, it will be an adjustment period, but that's what fall camp is for and OTAs. So I certainly believe that if he gets an opportunity to play in the NFL, that he's going to put his guys in the best position to win, and they'll figure it out.
I remember one of the strongest feelings I had when I came to the NFL was that after spending a month or two in the NFL, I was like, if I could go back to college now and play.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have that same feeling?
You dominate.
I had that realization when I switched offense. I was like, dude, if I could go obviously I didn't want to, but if I could go back and play D-line with just the knowledge that you have of the other side, and then when you get to the NFL, you're like, man, that's crazy that I didn't even think of it like this, and there's so many.
I'd go there and crush now.
It's just knowledge, man. I think that's like, if I could encourage any of those young high school guys, is like, learn other positions, like learn what's going out on the field, like what are safeties doing, why are they doing what they're doing. If you're an offensive guy, why is the D lineman, why are they in a different front than they normally are? Well, they're probably bringing pressure. There's so many like tips and tricks where, if it's a game of split-second decisions and you're already ahead of the curve because you're recognizing something, that's where you can be great.
Can you kind of tell, do you think, when you're watching kids like at UW and watching the college guys now, who can play in the NFL and who can't? Is it pretty easy for you? Easier, do you think, or?
It's you can definitely see it. Obviously, the good guys flash, and I think there's a lot of like the grittiness kind of is where it comes out to. There's a lot of like, it's the beauty of college football is everyone's trying super hard, and it's like, well, does trying hard translate to the NFL? Well, I would say yeah, it does. Like that's like blocking tight end. All of us are all the same athletic build, size, but some guys are better than others, and it's a want to thing. If you're a D tackle, you got to want to take on double teams and make sure your linebacker can make, that's a selfless play. So there's a lot of selflessness that you can see in college play that will translate to being successful in the NFL for sure.
The other thing Dave has brought up a number of times is at the college level, you can get away with, I'm supposed to take 3 steps here, or, run 12 inches here, whatever, but I went 14. I went a little further. Your athleticism can make up for your lack of precision, I guess, whereas he talked about at the NFL level, if they tell you 5 yards cut, it better be exactly 5 yards cut. Is that something that you noticed at this level versus college?
Oh, yeah. The window closes quickly. That's like, especially just from, if we're talking receiver, like you might be open, but that window is closing quickly. So it's very important that you're on your curl route timing, your out route timing, or you're given the indicator and the quarterback's able to let it fly, because the window, the DBs are just so good. They're like, that was the biggest thing I noticed from the NFL college is there's no fish out there. Like every player is good. So there's no like, oh, we can just steal a goal ball on this corner. He's not very good. It's like, no, they're all professional athletes. Like they're going to be good. So you just have to be on it. It's 100% of the time. I think that's like what, now that I'm older, when you get into these playoff type games, these championship opportunities, is the game is really going to come down to 3 or 4 plays, because everyone is going to do kind of what they do, and but there's going to be I guarantee you on Monday night in this championship game, there's going to be about 3 or 4 off-scheduled throws where the quarterback's going to have to break the pocket, the receiver's going to have to get open, and it's just like those are kind of those game-breaking plays that just kind of change the game a little bit.
Sounds like Chuck Knox. Chuck Knox used to say that game comes down to 5 plays. What he would always say.
Yeah, and I think that was, I'm grateful for Russ because he was every play is a championship opportunity. So it's like you just have to be on it. Yeah, you don't know when that play is going to happen, but you better be on your P's and Q's and be ready to work, because you don't know when that play is going to happen. So just always be ready to change the game.
Are you guys going to beat the Cardinals?
That's the plan, right?
Okay. Is that what you guys are talking about in there?
That's the plan.
What do they? I was saying to Bob, I feel like there's an opportunity. Their defense, they don't have great numbers, which you guys probably don't look at where they're ranked or anything like that. But they don't get a lot of sacks. I know that. I think they've had 1 sack in the last 5 games. But what are some of the opportunities for you guys offensively against this Cardinal defense?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to try and stick to our identity, man. Run the ball and create explosive plays and a little play pass. And, obviously I can't give the whole game plan away, but, we're looking to attack. I think as a team collectively is, there's been games where the offense have been good and there's games when the defense have been good. And I think we're just trying to put a game together where both, and our special teams, I would argue that our special teams has been lights out all year, which has been a nice steady rock for us. Right. But like we got to put a full 4 quarters of work in where his offense is clicking and defense is on their stuff. And then, I don't think there's really anyone that wants to see us. Like if we're clicking on both sides of the ball, there's no one in this league that wants to see us when we're firing.
What's the week been like? Has it been frustration? Because you went into the Steelers game and it's all in your hands. You win that game, you win this game, you're in. Now you're in the position you were last year where you got to win, and you're looking at the Bears going, come on, man, help us out. You're looking for another team to help you out. Are you guys Is it like, I can't believe we're here, or let's not worry about it? What's the attitude been like?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly think that, you get to the last week of the season and there is a bit of reflection of like, why are we where we are, And that's kind of where that whole comment of, there's been games where the offense hasn't clicked and there's been games where the defense hasn't clicked. But I would say that, we've had 2 good work days in, finishing here today, but the whole mindset is really just enjoying it, man. We get one more guaranteed ball game with our brothers. This unit, especially in the tight end unit, we don't really know what's going to happen next year, or if the Bears are going to beat the Packers, whatever. So it's really just enjoyment, going out there, playing ball, playing for each other, and get one more win. That's all we're focused on. Need it.
Yep. How was your holidays? Did you do anything special or?
Yeah, I had great holidays, man.
Yeah. You guys got time, actually?
Well, it's easy because I got 4 nieces and nephews, so it's just
nice.
And it was.
You're the cool uncle.
It was nice because we had the home game before we played the Eagles, and my parents were a little peeved because it got pushed to Monday, but I was stoked because then I got an extra day with them, so that was really my holiday with my parents. And then, it's FaceTime watching kids open presents on Christmas, which is great.
That's awesome.
And then, New Year's Eve with the boys was good.
Do you get them all Seahawks gear?
No, they're loaded. They're good. I think my nephew Malcolm, he decided to become a hockey player, so we sent him, some hockey swag. I got him some skate guards so he can walk around on concrete. And I saw this Instagram video of my other nephew Boone. They had like a racket, so you keep the feet still, and then they were dropping tennis balls, and he was hitting tennis balls with a racket, and you think, he's going to be a tennis player. But I know my brother, that's a golf swing, He's just training him to be a golfer.
Just getting that motion.
They're now old enough where they know what sports are, and it's kind of weird to see how much they love it already. So they're just like us, me and my brothers, I guess.
Are you going to the game on Monday? Where are you going to watch the game?
I'll probably watch it, as a fan on TV.
Not going, though?
No. That's what I was saying. I hope usually when we play Arizona, it's a home game for the Seahawks because all the fans go to Arizona. It's a great, get out of the darkness, go see some sun.
Yeah.
But now I'm worried all our fans are going down to Houston on the Monday night game. So I'm just hoping there's a little bit of blue and green in the Arizona crowd. But, no, UW's got it, man. They got all the answers. They got all the people. They're going to be fighting together, and I'm just going to be enjoying it on the couch.
He can't go down there on Monday. They got to prepare for the playoffs.
Right.
Wouldn't that be a day off anyway?
No, you got
to
film.
I guess Tuesday would be the day off. Yeah.
Business.
Right.
I have to admit that I kind of spent my go watch the game token on the Pac-12 championship. We had 2 days off after the Thursday game,
nice.
So I went down to Vegas and saw them beat up on Oregon, which was great. And so,
nice.
But they won the last one when I was on the couch, so I'm going to be on the couch watching.
Same spot. You're going to wear
no doubt.
The same thing. Wear the same sweats, whatever you're wearing.
Mm-hmm. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Okay?
A little stitious. Yeah, that's good.
Michael Scott.
Will, we wish you nothing but the best against the Cardinals. We're rooting for the Dogs as well. So hopefully it's just a tremendous Seattle weekend. We're talking about. We appreciate you, man.
Dogs, baby. Dogs.
Thanks, Will.
There you go. Will Dissly of your Seattle Seahawks.